Hello class. Today we'll be studying about nouns. English. Nouns are the most common class of words that are used in English. And what basically makes a noun, or how do we identify if it is a noun? Noun is the name of a place or feeling or animal, a thing, or it can also be a quality. Now, what are words that are referred to as nouns? All those words that serves the purpose or functions as the names. So, and it can be a name of anything. It can be a name of place, it can be a name of animal, it can be a name of thing, it can be either be a name of feeling or a quality too. So these are the terms, or these are the words that we refer as nouns. Now we'll today in this video we'll be studying about 8 main categories of nouns, or what we call 8 main classes of nouns. So all those 8 main classes of nouns are common noun, proper noun, countable noun, uncountable noun, concrete noun, and abstract noun, compound noun, and collective noun. Understood? These are the 8 main bifurcations of noun. Now, to begin with, we'll start with our very first noun, or very first type of noun, and that is common noun. Now, what is a common noun? A common noun is a noun that is used to name people, places, or things in general. Understood? In general, it refers to the class or the type of person or things without being specific. So what is happening here? Common noun doesn't allow us to be specific about anything. What it provides us, it provides us with the general information of that thing. Understood? For example, if I say a girl, or I say city, or I say animal, it can be a house, it can be a fruit. So all these examples, they do serve as the name of things, but they do not give us the specific name of what things here are we talking about. For example, if I say a girl, I'll not be able to understand which girl I'm talking about. Similarly, if I say city, I don't know which city is being referred here. Or similarly, animal, I don't know if it's a cow I'm talking about or it's a dog. Likewise, I don't know which fruit is being mentioned here, if it's a grape or a animal. Similarly, if I say girl, girl is a very general information. I don't know what information the term girl brings with itself. Similarly, animal doesn't give any specific knowledge. Fruit again is a very general information. Now, if I say dog, this also remains as a common noun. Why? Because when I say dog, I don't know if I'm talking about my pet dog, or I'm talking about the dog that is roaming around the street, or a stray dog. So dog again is a common noun. Similarly, if I say mountain, mountain again is a common noun. Why? Because mountain is nothing more than a geographical formation. Now, if I say mountain, I don't know which mountain am I referring to, the mountain that is here in India or the mountain that is in Europe. So when I say mountain, it gives me a very common or a very general information. Understood? Okay, so the next type of noun is the proper noun. Now, what is a proper noun? Just now we studied about the common noun. Common noun gives us the information in a very general manner. Likewise, proper noun gives us the information in a very specific manner. Or if I have to define a proper noun, it will be the nouns that are used to name a very specific person, place, or thing. Okay, proper nouns, this is a very important information that we need to remember always. Proper noun in English language always are written or begin with a capital letter. Proper noun will always be written with a capital letter. Understood? For example, if I say John, or if I say London, if I say Pluto, or if I say France. Now, just try and understand what is the difference between when I say a dog and if I say, suppose John is the name of my dog. Now, when I say John, I clearly know the dog that I'm talking about is my pet, or the dog that I'm calling by this name is my pet. So, This is one specific dog that I'm talking about. So this, when I say John, this becomes a proper noun. But if I say dog, that remains a common noun. And one thing that I just mentioned, proper nouns always begin with capital letters. So if I say London, London is the specific name of a place. I didn't say I want to visit many cities, or I want to go to that place. Instead, I said I will go to London. So London becomes the name of a specific place, and I'll write London with the capital letter. Similarly, if I say Pluto, Pluto is the specific name of a planet. There are many. If I say there are 9 planets, or there are 8 planets in a solar system, planet is a common word, or planet is a common noun. But if I say Pluto, if I say Mars, or if I say Earth, all this is a specific noun, or a proper noun. If I say France, France again is the specific name of a country. Now if I say there are many countries in the world, country remains a common noun. But if I say France, I am talking about a specific country. So when I say France, it becomes a specific country, but when I say country, it remains a common noun. So what is a proper noun? It gives us information in a very specific manner, unlike the common noun, which gives us information in a general manner. And there's also one more very important thing about the proper noun, that is, proper nouns are always written with the capital letter. Understood? Now comes the next form of noun, and that is countable noun. Just as the name suggests, what does the term countable means? Countable means some things that can be counted, or something that can be numbered. Hence, countable noun are the kind of noun that have a singular and a plural form. Understood? They can either be singular or can be plural. They have a singular or a plural form, and can be used with a number, or a and an. They can be used either with a number, or with an a or an and before it. Understood? So what are countable nouns? They have a singular or a plural form. They can be used with a number, or with a and an and before it. Understood? For example, if I say car, or if I say table, or if I say pen, if I say books, all these things are countable nouns. Why? Because a car, I know, if I'm talking about a car, I know there's one car. But when I say cars, I know there are more than cars. I can count cars, I can count tables, I can count pen, I can count book, or I can count books. So hence these things become countable nouns. And usually we just add a letter s to make them up, to give them a plural form. If I, for example, I can say I have a book, and I can say I have books. So book become books by just adding an s behind it. Okay. Now comes the next form of noun, and that is uncountable noun. So uncountable nouns are the nouns, they often refer to things that can't be counted. What is a countable noun? Countable noun is a noun that can be counted or can be numbered. But uncountable noun is a noun that can't be counted. So they often refer to things that cannot be counted. Understood? For example, if I say water, if I say rain, or if I say feelings, or if I say all these things are, or if I talk about abstract ideas, all these things cannot be counted. I cannot count how much water do I have. We usually don't say I have one water, or I have two water, or I cannot say there was three rain, or I can't even count feelings. So all these things are uncountable nouns. Understood? So likewise, if I'm talking about ideas or concepts, all these come under uncountable nouns. For example, if I say I'm feeling excited, or I am happy, or if I'm talking about any concept, any new idea, so all these things are uncountable. We cannot count on ideas, or we cannot count on feelings, we cannot count rain, we cannot count water. So all these things become uncountable noun. Okay, so the next form of noun, or the next category of nouns, is of the concrete nouns. Now, what are the concrete nouns? As the name suggests, what is a concrete? Concrete is something that is solid, or that can be felt, or that can be experienced, or something that can be physically felt. So, likewise are the concrete nouns. These can be used to refer to people or things that exist physically. Understood? things or people that exist physically and at least can be experienced via senses. We can Things that can be experienced or that can be understood via senses or can be felt physically come under concrete noun. Understood? For example, if I say dog, I can touch a dog. I can listen to a dog when dog barks. So the dog comes under a concrete category. Likewise, I can touch a tree, so tree also becomes a concrete noun. I can eat apple, I can physically bite apple, so apple becomes a concrete noun. Now if question arises, is moon a concrete noun? Because I cannot touch a moon, but moon physically exists, there are physical proofs of moon, so moon again becomes a concrete noun. If I say sock, sock also is a concrete noun. Why? Because I can touch a sock, I can smell a sock. So hence, sock again is a concrete noun. Understood? Now move on. Let's move on to the next category of noun, and that is abstract noun. Now, as the name suggests, what is abstract? Abstract is something that can be understood but cannot be touched, or is something that is not tangible. Okay. So what is an abstract noun? Abstract noun is a noun that have no physical existence. Something that has no physical existence comes under abstract noun. Okay. And this also refers to idea, emotions, and concepts. For example, if we were talking about any idea, or if we're talking about any kind of emotions or any concept, so all these things do exist, but these are not tangible. I cannot touch a idea, or I cannot touch a emotion. Likewise, I cannot touch a concept. So all these things do exist, but there is no physical existence of these things. Hence, they fall under abstract noun category. Because you can't even touch, hear, or smell or taste these things. You cannot touch a idea, you cannot touch a emotion, you cannot smell a concept. So something that you cannot touch, hear, smell, or taste falls under abstract category. For example, if I say justice, justice can be served. You can understand that justice has been served by that decision, but you cannot listen to, or you cannot touch you cannot touch justice. Likewise, love can be felt, but love cannot be touched. Love cannot be love cannot be smelled, or love cannot be tasted. Hence, love again is a abstract noun. So likewise, when I say time, we do realize time, that we're running out of time, but we can't touch time. So time also falls under the abstract category. Fear, freedom, luck, all these things are very abstract phenomena. Understood? Now comes another category, and that is compound nouns. What does the name compound means? Compound means joining two or more things. So similarly, compound nouns are the nouns where two or more words that create a noun, that together create a noun, is the compound noun. They can be written as one word. When we talk about compound nouns, they can either be written as one word, they can either be joined by a hyphen, or can be written as separate words. Okay. For example, if I say rainfall, rainfall is written as one word, whereas rain and fall are two different words. But when we write rainfall, it serve as it rainfall becomes a noun, because it is meant of two or more words that, for example, that are rain and fall. Hence, it falls under the category of compound noun. Likewise, when I say son-in-law, or father-in-law, or mother-in-law, all these things are compound nouns. All these terms are compound nouns, but they are joined together by a hyphen. Similarly, if I say credit card, so credit card, when is though it is written separately, but this also serve as the purpose of compound noun. When I say toothbrush, toothbrush is written together. We don't write tooth and brush separately. Toothbrush is written together, and this also serve as the compound noun. Likewise, when I say bus stop, bus and stop, these two words are written separately, but this also is a compound noun. Understood? And just notice the amount of emphasis that is given when that is given to the first term when we talk about compound nouns. For example, when I say rainfall or son-in-law or credit card or toothbrush or bus stop, always the first term acquires all the importance when we talk about them. For example, when I say credit card, so credit becomes the most audible part of this term. So there is always emphasis on the first part of the compound nouns. Understood? Now, the next category of noun is the collective noun. As the name suggests, collective noun refers to a set or a group of people or animal or things that are referred in a collective manner. For example, when I say team is a group of people who have come together for one common purpose. So, or when I say pile is a pile of things. It can be a pile of books, it can be a pile of clothes. So, pile again is a term that is used to refer to a set or a group of anything. Understood? For example, when I say flock, so flock refers to a group of birds. Okay. Flock refers to the group of birds. Similarly, when I say stack, so it can be a stack of anything. When I say bunch, so it can be bunch of things or a group of things, a bunch of flower, or it can be bunch of anything. So the terms that are used to refer to a set or a group of people, animal, or things fall under the collective noun category. Understood? Now there is an important thing that we need to understand regarding collective noun, that is collective nouns are often followed by of along with a plural noun. So when I say group of things, so what did I say? Of things. So there is a s, or the plural form of that thing is always followed by of is followed by plural form of that thing. Understood? So when I say group of things, flock of birds, we usually you collective nouns are often followed by of plus a plural form of that term or that thing or plural form of that noun. And this is done only, the only existing exception regarding this is when we are referring to a people. Understood? So this is about collective noun. And there's one more important thing that we need to understand regarding all these categories is that a noun, one common noun can belong to many categories. Okay, for example, if I say a toothbrush, a toothbrush is a common noun because I don't know which toothbrush am I talking about. When I say just toothbrush, I don't understand which toothbrush am I talking about. Similarly, toothbrush is something tangible. I can touch a toothbrush, I can feel a toothbrush, so it falls under the concrete category. Toothbrush can also be counted. I have two toothbrushes or I have one toothbrush. So this also falls under the countable category. Now toothbrush, this against a single term is meant with the two terms, that is tooth and brush, so also falls under the compound noun category. Likewise, when I say dog, as we discussed earlier, dog is a common noun, but dogs can be counted. I have two dogs or there are three dogs. So dog also is a countable noun. Dog, I can definitely touch a dog, I play with the dog, so dog also falls under the concrete noun category. So dog again serves as the purpose of a common noun, a countable noun, and a concrete noun. So what did we all learn today? We understood the all eight categories of nouns, we understood the examples of all those eight categories, we also understood how do we use all those nouns, and we also understood that one noun can belong to more than one category. Okay, so we'll continue with the same topic in the next lecture. Till then, thank you.